You're listening to the sports interview from Bailiwick Podcasts. The August bank holiday weekend marks the start of a brand new celebration of women's football. Kicking off at 5 p.m. on Friday, 23rd of August, the Cherry Godfrey Cup will see four islands face each other: Jersey, Guernsey, Isle of Man and the Isle of Wight. But the showdown may have never come to be were it not for a rebellious act by a Guernsey referee many decades ago. I sat down with David Cherry from Cherry Godfrey to find out more.
It's hard to believe, but the FA in 1970 finally agreed that women could play football. It's so hard to believe that actually it had taken that long, because women's football was played really quite successfully during the war and they had huge crowds. But after the war, the FA were really quite concerned that the women's game would take away quite a lot of the spectators from the men's game. So they banned it, which is really unthinkable these days, quite rightly so. So in 1970, my dad was a Guernsey referee, and he sort of broke ranks with the Referees Association because it was a new sort of initiative, if you like, by the UKFA to allow women to play football. But my dad was having none of that. He said, no, I want to do it. And so he was the first Guernsey referee to referee a women's match, which was down the track. And I remember going along with him.
Wow. What was the atmosphere like? Do you remember it?
I do, yes, I am that old. And the thing I asked him after the game, because I was playing quite a bit of football then as well, and I said, well, what did you enjoy? And he said, it was really just pure football. He said the skills, the way that the women played was brilliant, and they didn't lie down all the time, so he enjoyed it. And it's something that's sort of stuck with me ever since, really. And as you say, with the Lionesses coming through and the ground they're making and the coverage they're getting now is really fully justifiable. I'm just really, in a sense, upset that it took so long for us to realise, how good the game could be played. So, yeah, that was my major thoughts behind it. Let's do something that Dad would be proud of.
Amazing. Well, let's, if we sort of move slightly further forward, I mean, obviously, Cherry Godfrey, has had involvement with football and the Marathi a lot. So just reflecting on the game for a moment, I mean, what's so special about it to you?
Oh, this is what we want to really replicate with the Cherry Godfrey Cup. And it's the real passion that we have inter-island with the Marathis. And it is real passion, because you can see that our men's football teams now are playing in various leagues and everything. But if you ask them the game that they want to win, it's always the Marathi. And because it's in Islanders' DNA. They really want to win that Marathi vase. So I wanted to create something that would be as special for the women as it is for the men on the Marathi side, and something they could really own. So, the Cherry Godfrey Cup, I don't want it to be seen as a women's four-island cup. It's theirs, right? It's the Cherry Godfrey Cup, and that's how I'd like to see it going forward. The beauty of it is actually bringing the four islands together, I think, because they all meet each other in the island games. And this will give them a chance to actually play competitive football, because the Cherry Godfrey Cup will be every year that the island games isn't. And I think that will give them something to train for, to push for, and that little bit of island rivalry. That's the bit I like.
Absolutely. It's always incredibly fierce. Well, we're just pausing there. I mean, so tell us about, how did you decide the islands that you'd like to bring together for this? I mean, the Jersey Guernsey obviously seems very clear, but also, tell us a bit about the process to kind of make it happen, because you're bringing together a lot of parties there across all different jurisdictions.
Huge amount. Well, the first part of the question is dead easy. That's where Cherry Godfrey is, in the four islands, Guernsey, Jersey, Isle of Man and Isle of Wight. So we're known in those on those islands, which is really important. We started off first actually talking to the Guernsey FA, and then very quickly to the Jersey FA. And a big thanks to actually all of the FAs across the four islands. they really grabbed hold of this idea and were really excited, and they've moved heaven and earth to make it happen. And there's so many people that I'm really chuffed that they pulled together. The media, for instance, which has been fabulous, sharing information, sharing assets that they can use, has been really special. I've never really seen that working together before quite as strong as this, which is great. But lots of other people to sort of thank as we're going through. The Jersey Government House have been fantastic because it's a non-for-profit day, or 2 days, I should say. And that's important to us because entry to the game is free. We want to get as many people coming together as possible, and that's really important. So Visit Jersey has been spectacular. They've helped us an awful lot. The local hotels have as well. So we really want a bounce to a bit of football tourism coming to Jersey, which I think will be really important. But lots and lots of people to thank. And that's the nice part, I think, about the whole exercise is that we're pushing at an open door. And everyone we spoke to, because we sort of thought at the first, are we the only ones getting excited that this could be really something quite special? But everyone we've spoken to has really loved the idea and thought, yes, we can take something forward. So everybody sort of added their bit to it, which has made it really so much easier to put together because, as I say, we're pushing it an open door and lots of people want to be involved, which is fantastic.
Well, Jersey's obviously lucky enough to have been the chosen jurisdiction for the first ever event. Why did you land upon Jersey? And tell us a bit about arranging it to take place in Springfield Stadium as well, which is a fantastic venue for it.
We wanted really to get the first one in a jurisdiction that was the easiest to get to from travel points of view, because all of the other islands aren't as well connected as Jersey is, so that was a big plus for us too, because you want to start off in the right footing. You want to get as many people there as possible, and not only do I want Springfield filled with Jersey fans and families. I mean, it's ideal for families to come along. That's the atmosphere that we're creating. But I'd love to see the Corkheads from the Isle of Wight and the Manx people from the Isle of Man and the donkeys from Guernsey turning up as well, because that's really important. So the first consideration was connectivity, the fact that we could get to Jersey first. Then that gave us the opportunity 2 years now to then think about how are we going to use all the infrastructures to get to the next one, which we've already decided will be in Guernsey in 2 years' time. And we're hopeful that it will be at the new stadium, which will be it'll be a first anyway, and make it a real occasion for the women to play.
Wonderful.
So that was the first choice of Jersey. And as I said, the support that we've had from the Jersey Football Association has been phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. They couldn't have done more. We've met with them lots and lots of times, and it's yes, we can do that attitude, which is fantastic.
Amazing. And I think, you slightly touched upon it there, but having so many people come to the island as well, it's a really special opportunity to showcase Jersey also to many people, as well as the sporting talent that we have here. Yeah,
absolutely. I suppose that the beauty of it does have some disadvantages of doing it towards the end of August, in so much that our tourism trades are really busy across the islands. But equally, let's hope that people see some really lovely weather and make them want to come back to Jersey again. I think that would be great.
Definitely. Well, just walk us through, because we're quite soon now. We're in the month itself. So what are the next steps? What are we going to be seeing in the run-up to the big day?
Well, only 2 weeks, eh? So, yeah, it's marching on really quickly. We're going to have the live draw the week before. So we'll find out who's playing who in the playoffs on the Friday night. And I'll just go through the times on that, because I think that's quite important for folk to know. So the first game on Friday, the 23rd of August, kicks off at 5 o'clock. And then the second game kicks off at 8 o'clock. We're confirming the rules and everything up now, but the important thing is so that players are still fresh, because bearing in mind they're going to have to play 2 games in 2 days. And, you know, there might be not the size of squad that they would normally have as well, sort of towards the end of the holiday season. So there'll be no extra time. It will be straight to penalties, which will be exciting in itself, I think, as well. And then they'll be playing the 3rd and 4th place match at 10 o'clock, all at Springfield, all free of charge for folk to come in. And then the final kick-off will be at 3 o'clock on Saturday the 24th. So 2 really good days of football, and we'd love people to come to both, which would be fantastic if they did, and get the atmosphere going through. We're starting to put together some entertainment for half-time, that sort of thing. But generally, let's hope that the weather's good and we can just have a fun time anyway. So yeah, those are the times as we start moving towards it. Not far away now.
You've just teased there a little bit of half-time entertainment. Can you tell us a bit more about the atmosphere we can expect on the day?
You're going to have to wait and see on that side, because we're putting that together now. But what we will do is we will keep everybody informed about how it's coming through. You can imagine this first one, it's going to be more difficult tying all the bits up. But again, great fun, because we're breaking new ground. So wait and see, we'll do something.
And it might seem a little bit soon to be thinking about concepts of legacy, etc. But just, you know, obviously putting in place the foundations here for what's something that could be very special in terms of the growth of women's football. I mean, what do you hope in broader terms to come from it, apart from a great day out for the family?
I think a competition that will really mean something for women's football going through. And that they'll have the same passion about as the Marathi in 10 years' time or 20 years' time, that the islands will still want to compete with each other on a really, for a great occasion. So, yeah, that's the legacy we want.
And I'm sure, well, you'll probably be reluctant to say, but if I might try and tease out of you, who would you be supporting?
Well, you see, because I'm a true Channel Islander, and so I will skirt around it. But my gran's a Carteret on my mother's side, and on my paternal side, my other gran is a Carre. So all with Jersey links, of course, all with Sark links, and all with Guernsey links. So. Yeah, I'd like all of them to win, really. So no preference, just really good football and for the women to have a great time and their supporters.